Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Let's continue with the 3 months predictions for girl groups. Today's girl group is going to be ITZY. So let's see a bit about them. Let's see what's available for them in the next 3 months. So the cards that they got, it's the Empress, the Strength, Five of Wands, Prince of Swords, and Two of Swords. And then the card of the Oracle of the Energies is adjacent possibilities. So let's start with the tarot. I think that definitely they do have the potential always to create something that it's very abundant, because I think about the Empress being the first card, and the Empress, it's all about using your attributes as a female. It's about the feminine, the sacred feminine. It's about the womanhood. So I think that they definitely know how to use their traits, their talents, what they have available, and they are very prosperous. They do have available for them a lot of things. And it doesn't matter how little they receive, they always somehow can multiplicate, or they can turn this little resource that they get and turn it into something very abundant. So they do have the ability to grow their fan base, to grow the people's acceptance, the people's love as well, because I think that I think as the Empress energy, I always see it like the mother, the mother, the archetype of the mother, someone that no matter how hard things get, they always pull out resources for us, and they never let us down, they try to be as generous as possible. Even in those moments where it seems like everything is lost and like there's nothing available, they always come up with something new. With an idea, with a proposition, with a deal, with a negotiation, with a way of making business as well. I think that they are also entering into this realization that they do have the power of using their influence, and probably using their image and the fact that they are their image and their charisma and their femininity it's something that sells, So it's all about, promoting their image and trying to look their best and trying to send this very loving message, that it's about being feminine, yes, but not fragile, not like, oh, I'm feminine, I need someone to take care of me. No, this is about a feminine that it's also about sisterhood, it's also about connecting with other females alike and being like, okay, let's get this. And also here with the Strength card, they definitely, I think that they go through moments where they feel very abundant and very successful, and then they encounter moments where they feel like they do not have much choice in what they do. I think that they do feel like they have to stay strong no matter what. There's a sense of trying to keep a certain stability. I think that they do rely a lot on each other, and sometimes this can bring a bit of conflict, because in the middle of the reading we have the Five of Wands. So the Five of Wands, it's when you put literally, I don't know how many members they are, but I'm talking about the Five of Wands image. it's about putting five ones together, and like building something. You either build something or you break it. So sometimes there could be a bit of friction, especially when you are under a lot of stress, and when you are asked to hold on or to have patience, or when you are really tired, or when you are sometimes frustrated at yourself, at your circumstances, when things don't go out the way you want to. Sometimes there can be a few disagreements. And I think that it's because each of them want to give their best. They are very competitive, they definitely want to give their best, but sometimes circumstances are a bit like unpredictable here. I sense that they are each other's support. I actually don't see like a lot of people, to be honest. I think that probably there could be potentially one person, because next to the Five of Wands we have the Prince of Swords, and then it's the Two of Swords, that it could be someone that could come and look like he wants to help or he wants to be of help, but actually confusing the girls a lot. So I think that they definitely need to trust themselves and not outsiders. Because I think that there's this person, this Prince of Swords, that I believe it's a male, but it's an air element, it's like an air sign. And it's someone that can seem very knowledgeable, very intelligent, very good with words, but I think that this person, it's a bit of a hypocrite, so I think that they need to not pay attention to that person. Because I think that if this person comes with some gossip or something like this, or try to create a sort of fear in the girls, or it's not fear, it's more about undecisiveness, about being undecisive, about not knowing exactly the right information. I think that it's about gossiping, honestly. I think that this person has too much free time, and I think that somehow the girls know this person, so I don't know if this person is an idol or if it's part of the staff, but it's someone that enjoys being gossipy, and that it's very good with words, it's very convincing. So probably this person comes with a sort of quote unquote news or information that can actually make the girls feel a bit not so sure, like a bit insecure about I don't know. Maybe they are waiting for some confirmation. Maybe they are waiting for some kind of response, and they are not getting that response. So this person comes to somehow like bring some gossip or to talk about what he thinks of the situation. But I think that this person actually with their gossips is not a good influence. So I would advise the girls that they need to trust each other and not outsiders. It's not that this person has like bad intentions, it's just that this person only moves by their motives or their own interest. So this person does not empathize or does not care actually about the girl's well-being. So this person talks because it's busy and because he can. So I would advise the girls to actually preserve themselves, But you know why this person, in this kind of people middle in sometimes, it's because they are really, I sense that they are really nice, they are probably they are very polite. So if this kind of character approach them, they are very polite, probably this person is older than them or could have a sort of influence, somehow they could perceive this person as being someone with experience or someone that knows the business or someone that knows the company. So I think that probably they trust a bit this person, but they shouldn't. They shouldn't, because I think that this person is a pathological liar, so I think that it doesn't bring anything good, and I think that some of them actually know this, because we have the Five of Wands in the middle that I was talking, that it's a bit of friction, it's a bit of the disagreement, like, for example, it could be like two of them that is like, oh yes, like, I don't like this person, and there could be the rest and be like, oh, he seems so nice, and then having a different point of view about what's going on. But I would advise them to not trust this person. I think that they should trust themselves. I think that they are so powerful. They are so good for each other. Starting with the Empress, and with, and next to the Empress card, we have the Strength card. So it means that they do not need to look outside the group or outside themselves to connect with their true worth. I think that I'm sure they need some answers. I'm sure there's a bit of uncertainty. This is why they somehow are trying to find something out. Maybe they I don't know, they will feel a bit curious about a certain matter. So this is why this character will show up to give them some kind of update or something like this. But I think that when it comes to about them, I think that the advice is for them to focus on their work or on their task, on their own activities, and not pay attention to gossip. Because I have the feeling that I do not remember what company they belong to, but I have the feeling that it's becoming a very toxic place, a very toxic environment. So I think that this person that is very gossipy and that seems very friendly at first, this is why I think that some of them trust this person's words, because there's a sense of like family. Oh, like we are family, like we are all one, like we are all part of each other's lives. And no, it's not like this. It's more about impressing the girls, but in the wrong way. Try to transmit them a sense of make them feel fearful. So it's not fair. It's not fair. So this is why I think that this person is older. So this is why he has this way of manipulation or manipulating through words. And then with adjacent possibilities, I think that, yes, like I mentioned in the beginning, the girls have the possibility and the ability to change their luck, to change their circumstances. It doesn't matter how many comebacks they get in a year. It doesn't matter if they get pretty outfits or not. They will make it work. They will make it work. Despite of all the obstacles, they will make things work. They will be prosperous because they are represented by this Empress energy. So they have this sort of golden touch, And I think that this is because these girls really deliver. I do not follow them so much. I know their songs, but I do not follow them. Like, I haven't had the chance to watch them, for example, interact or talk in interviews or something like that. So I do not know about their character. The only thing I know is that they do have the ability to turn a very not so gracious moment or event to make it beautiful, or to make it like presentable, like luxurious. There's something about them having a good taste. Probably they do have a good manners as well, like nice mannerisms. There's something about their body language that even though they are very young, they do have their moments of uncertainty, and that they doubt themselves because they are humans. But I think that they have the ability to connect with their inner self, and being like, okay, we need to keep centered, we need to keep focused. We cannot forget why we're here and what we are here for. So I think that definitely here with the adjacent possibility, this oracle card, is about that it doesn't matter which possibility they choose. They will get a lot. Next year is going to be probably a more abundant, or probably it's going to be a year where they will see a lot of more possibilities coming their way, but at the same time a lot of more responsibilities as well. So this is why they need to choose carefully. But the happy side, the very nice side of this card is that they will have possibilities, that they will have the they will have a lot of options to choose from. And this is not something that a lot of groups can do. So I think that they will start this next year feeling very abundant, like feeling like, okay, like this is going to be our year as well. But it's, of course, it's all about efforts. I don't see this course like being like everything happens because of magic. I think that they definitely work a lot to get this. They are very stable, and they are very good at not letting their insecurities show. But at the same time here, the tarot reading ends with this Prince of Swords and the Two of Swords. So maybe what I would advise the group, even though here nothing points to this, but since these are cards that are swords and represent the intellect, represents communication, and represents the internet, I would also advise them, maybe not for the next 3 months, but for the whole year, I would advise them to not to watch their words, to watch how they communicate, what they communicate, because the internet trolls are going to be more intense than this year. So every little thing they say or do is going to be misunderstood. So I think that they definitely need to keep very limited when it comes to expressing their opinions, and I know that it sounds a bit like, oh, but they have to be able to speak up and be themselves. Well, there are moments where you can do it, and there are moments where it's better to be silent. And I think that this is, I always that I mentioned this very gossipy person, and I think that probably this person is looking for some kind of response from the girls, like, oh, what do you think about this, and then trying to be like, oh yes, like spreading rumors about a certain member, oh, she told me this, she said this, she did this, and spreading misinformation. So I think that it's very important to not get carried away, with maybe expressing too much when it comes to words. I think that the key point of their success is going to show their words through the music and through the performances and through the stage presence. And also if they can do like some individual works, and they can like use their image, of course it will be a very abundant year to do this. But when it comes to expressing an opinion or saying something, I think that they should be very careful, because I think that people will be very picky when it comes to idols saying something that they consider that is rude, that is disrespectful, that is, so they should take care of themselves of this, And this is something that I actually, it has nothing to do with they are going to have a great year. But at the same time, I think that it would be wise for them to, you know, not give the trolls the opportunity to twist their words or their sayings, because I think that people will be very intense in the searching of those instances, where they can drag someone's reputation, and being like, and I don't think that it's only about ITZY, I don't think it's about ITZY. I think it's about girl groups in general, because like I mentioned, there's going to be a lot of competition, there's going to be a lot of groups coming in, so you never know. You have to remain, very, very simple in your answers, very, very well centered, and do not lose focus. Just show what you're worth with actions, but do not show them with words, because words can be misinterpreted always. There's always going to be someone that is going to be like, oh, I think that what you said was offensive, So yes, they need to take care of this and pay attention. It's not about restraining themselves. I think that they should be cautious. Be cautious, because I think that this is something also that is going to happen for next year. I think it's going to be heavy when it comes to idols, rumors, idols being criticized, So I think that people next year are going to get really intense with looking something to criticize. So I think that the girls, since they have so many, they have this very strong and feminine energy, probably they do have a lot of other feminines, other girls, other females projecting their insecurities on them, probably other females not liking them, because they are very prosperous, so they do need to to take care of this. So yes, but they will be just fine. I think that they are very talented, and I don't think they should worry about anything. They just need to be cautious, because I believe that the idol scene next year is going to be like a jungle, it's like, I don't know, instead of making collaborations or meeting people outside your group, I think you should stick to your group to avoid, people talking. So yes, guys, this is all I have for them. I hope that you enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.